Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dalek44 and my co-host,
BorisFangirl.
And welcome to the first instalment of Dalek44 and BorisFangirl Talk to the Toons. Talk to the Toons is a crazy talk show hosted by Dalek44 and BorisFangirl, where they interview several cartoon characters from their childhoods or everyday lives. Have you ever loved a cartoon character and wanted to get their side of the story rather than the actors or the creators? Well, this show gives you that opportunity, as Dalek44 and BorisFangirl ask the cartoon characters they have on the show random questions about the show, their daily lives, or just any random thing. This show helps you find out more about the cartoon characters that we all know and love.
That's right. Today on this episode, we have a very exclusive guest.
That's right, Boris. Today we have the richest man in Springfield. He may be 104 years old, but, he can't really do much in the way of lifting stuff or physical labour.
Somehow, this guy can't die.
That is true. The man himself, Mr. C. Montgomery Burns. Thank you. It's good to be here tonight.
Hey, welcome, Mr. Burns. Hey, where's your assistant, Mr. Smithers?
Oh, I gave him the day off. I felt he deserved it after years of working with me, Mr. 44. Who is that lovely lady? That's BorisFangirl, Mr. Burns, the well-known Tress McNeil of YouTube. Ah, yes, BorisFangirl. Nice to have you with me on the show.
Thanks.
So, remind me why I'm here, Mr. 44? Well, you're here for a very special interview, Mr. Burns. Boris and I are going to be asking you some random questions about anything, including your role in The Simpsons, or just anything random. Any questions we like. Excellent. Now, I suggest you don't dawdle. The hounds will be released in 10 minutes.
Okay, so without any dawdling, here we have a question for you. How much money does your company make?
Well, I'd say it makes about, $1,000 a year, with 99% of the profits skinned off the top for me, of course.
Of course.
And I have a question for you, Mr. Burns. When you were a child, it was said that you lived with your loving natural parents, but then one day you left them to live with a twisted, loveless billionaire. Is there any particular reason you left your parents for the billionaire? Well, I'll be honest here. He had a fancy car. Even though I really loved my teddy bear Bobo back then, I just had a craving for riding in a fancy car. And as soon as my parents said billionaire, they had me at billionaire. Very interesting.
Now, about your worker from Sector 7G, Homer J. Simpson, what do you think about him?
Simpson. Well, he's a lollygagger, a noodlehead, and has caused more damage in Springfield than I can count. Seriously,
Pretty rough for being a safety inspector, huh?
Yes, I literally did used to have a chart of the amount of times that meltdowns have tripled and accidents have doubled since he became safety inspector. But, I'll be honest, I lost the chart, so I've ironically lost count.
Fascinating.
And it's amazing how he's never been fired permanently. Well, he's cheap labour.
To be honest, he's kind of a big kid at heart, so you can't really blame him.
Well, I suppose not. I mean, after all, I could be a bit of a big kid at heart sometimes, too. Why do you think I still have my teddy bear Bobo?
Of course. Carpe diem, after all.
Very true, Boris. Now, Mr. Burns, there was one point in time where you had a plan to block out the sun from Springfield and force everybody to pay for their light, heat and energy, since everybody was getting it all for free from the sun. Yes, right? And your plan did succeed for a time, but after you got shot, everybody in Springfield pretty much went up to the hill to tear down your blocking machine, which crushed Shelbyville, which is Springfield's most hated rival town. Did you ever have any plans to rebuild that sun-blocking machine? Well, not really. That sun-blocking machine did cost me about $1,000. Part of the money that I made from stealing Springfield Elementary School's oil well. And let's be honest, I'm not really made of money. I may be a billionaire, but I'm not made of money.
Of course. You're actually made of skin, very few amounts of muscle and bones.
Well, that's a little bit harsh, my dear. I may be 104 years old, but I can still bowl.
It's nothing personal on you, Mr. Burns. I was just finding it like I see it.
Well, that is the best way in life, my dear. Say it as it is. How do you think I got through in life very well?
Sorry, I just had a thought that came to my head. Excuse me. Hey, anyway, oh, right. It was my turn to ask the question.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's going on with the Springfield now? Like, what's going on with it? Seems like everybody's getting stupider and stupider.
It's probably something to do with the show writer Matt Groening and all the other writers. They honestly don't write that many good episodes these days. I still remember in the days when, back in the first 10 series, when we had some really good episodes, like when I tried out for the bowling game, and of course when I stole the oil well, and when I lost my business a couple of times. I mean, where are the writers who did those kinds of stories? I mean, they're hiring hacks now. Low, underpaid hacks.
Hey, guys, so I gotta say, like, the Halloween episodes are still awesome.
Oh, well, of course. They still have some writers who do really good Halloween episodes. And between you and me, I think they personally just get the same writers from the old days to write the Halloween episodes and, you know, leave them out of the rest of the series. A bit selfish, really, even for my standards. Very selfish. Mr. Burns, I've got to ask you, what is the deal with your assistant Waylon Smithers anyway? What do you mean, my friend? Well, you know, the thing he has, like he's got a crush on you? What? I never noticed that. Really? I thought he was being so obvious. Oh, must have slipped my mind. I'm honestly too busy focusing on my power plant and making more money. I really didn't notice.
That's the problem with too much business. Hardly notice the important things in life, like the true value of a beating heart, and not just one filled with sheep's blood.
Very true, Blake.
So anyway, I guess that song you sang all those years ago, "Look at All These Idiots," is even truer today than it was before.
Well, I dare say, yes, it is true. And I did sing quite a few songs in my time. I'd say one of my most famous and favourite was "See My Vest." I mean, and to this day I still keep the vest. I keep it safe in a lock safe, and in my spare time, when I'm not at the power plant, I like to wear it every now and then, just to remember the good old days.
Would you mind, like, singing a sample for us, Mr. Burke?
Oh, right. I'll have to find the lyrics to that. I'm sure I left them around here somewhere. Hold on a minute.
Mayhaps I could give it a try?
Oh, why, of course, my dear.
See his vest made from real gorilla chest. See the sweater, there's no better than authentic Irish setter. See this hat, 'twas his cat, his evening wear, vampire bat. These fine slippers are albino, African endangered rhino, grizzly bear underwear, turtleneck he's got his share, gray of poodle on his noodle, it shall rest. Try his red robin suit, it comes one breath or two. See his best, see his best, see his best.
Well, that's very good, my dear.
Thank you.
Hey, have you ever considered in going into the show business?
Oh, well, once I get my braces off, I was considering auditioning for American's Got Talent, but hey, wait, we're asking the questions here.
Oh, sorry. Just my mind getting carried away with business skills.
Naturally.
Indeed. And Mr. Burns, there was one moment in time where you wanted to make a tuxedo out of cute little cuddly puppies from The Simpsons. And that always had me wondering, did you ever get inspiration from Cruella de Vil from that, like from 101 Dalmatians? Was she sort of the inspiration for it? Yes, I must admit I did kind of steal the idea from Miss de Vil. And you know, I did used to know her back in the day. Oh, really? Oh, yes, she was a real nice lady outside of work. And she was very thoughtful and always sent me a bunch of flowers every now and then. She was a really nice gal. And
oh boy, I could see the fanfiction art writers going wild at this.
Now that would be a dream come true for some fans. Oh, don't get any ideas, my friends.
And I choose not to.
Me too.
Ooh. Anyway, but let's see. There must have been some other question I had in mind. Oh yeah. At one point you kind of had a thing for Miss Marge Bouvier Simpson. And I'm kind of glad that didn't go out so perfectly well because, while Marge is a nice woman, I think there might be another person out there who's more right for you. You understand?
Oh, yes, I understand perfectly. I mean, to be honest, I was really just dating Miss Simpson's mother to get Abraham Simpson jealous. Because me and him used to be rivals back in the day, as you may know. We used to be in the army back in the day, and we were sort of rivals. And there was even one point where I tried to kill him for famous paintings.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, it was nothing personal, it was just the value of the paintings that got to me.
Hey. Oh, wow. Now, when you had mentioned painting, I remembered that one time Marge actually painted you naked.
Oh, yes, I'm quite embarrassed to talk about it personally. But all the same, I am glad she did do a wonderful portrait of myself, after all the trouble I couldn't put her through. And personally, I don't really see what her problem was. I mean, I was just there being myself, and she just made it seem like I was the bad guy.
Yeah, maybe you were yourself a little bit too much.
Indeed, Boris, indeed. And, Mr. Burns, you said that you used to be in a rivalry with Abraham Simpson back in the day. Were there any other rivals, other people you were rivals with, like back in the day? Other people you didn't particularly like? Well, back in my youth I did mingle a bit with Mr. Adolf Hitler. Oh, really? Yes. He wasn't too pleasant, really. All he wanted was my cash. He tried to make me an offer to have me give him all his cash that I earned from that loveless billionaire that I lived with. Of course I refused, but he wouldn't give up without a fight. That's probably why those Germans wanted to buy my plant all those years later on. That would probably explain it.
Interesting.
Yes.
Well, I don't really have that much questions on my mind at the moment. But we are glad that you were able to stop on by and get a few questions out of you.
It was a pleasure to be on the show, my dear. Oh, and Mr. Burns, before you go, I have one last question for you. Oh, yes, fire away. Matt Groening, the show's creator. What are your thoughts of him? He's talented, but somewhere along the line he flushed it all down the toilet. but he still has talent somewhere. Well, Mr. Burns, we really do appreciate you taking the time to be with us here in the studio to answer some of our questions for us. It was a real honour to have you here. Hey, thank you very much, my friend. Now, I really must be getting back to the plant. If there are any mishaps, someone will be getting fired.
Hey, yeah, we need to go too. We need to make a bit more money to hire up some more people for this sort of interview show. Trust me, you are quite a pretty penny, Mr. Burns.
I'll take that as a compliment, my dear. And it was excellent to be on the show today. Likewise, Mr. Burns. Well, that's all the time we have for friends, but join us next time when we interview another cartoon character on Dalek44 and BorisFangirl Talk to the Toons.
Oh, it was a pleasure to have you all listen to the first episode.
And until next time, this is us saying, good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.